Hey there, it's Janelle Richardson with Education 407, and this is my flipped classroom part 2. I will be faking doing a YouTube video where I'd be teaching a lesson within a classroom and do my assessment of the information the day after. All right, let's get started. Hey guys, as you know, this is an anatomy class and most of you are 11th to 12th grade students. We're going to be focusing on the Next Generation Science Standard for high school students, Section 1.1, Structures and Processes. So basically, we're going to be looking at Chapter 7, the muscular system, and the objective that I want you to be able to do by tomorrow is you should be able to identify and describe the 3 types of muscles we're going to talk about in this video. Let's get started. Types of muscles. Well, what exactly are muscles? Muscles are made up of muscle fibers called myofibril. Those are individual cells of your muscles. There are 3 different types. The first type is a smooth muscle. It's uninucleated. That means they have one nucleus. As you can see in these pictures, there's only one purple small nucleus found in each cell. There's no stripes. That means it's not striated. And they're involuntary. You don't control your smooth muscle because these are found in the walls of your internal organs like your small and large intestines. We don't control those, so they're involuntary. The second muscle we're going to talk about is the cardiac muscle. There's your clue. Cardiac is found in the heart. It is also uninucleated, meaning one nucleus, just like a smooth muscle, but this one is striated. It has stripes, as you can see in the photos. And this is involuntary. Obviously, we don't choose to make our heart beat, but it works on its own. And the last muscle we're going to talk about is your skeletal muscle. This muscle is multinucleated, the only one with multiple nucleus, as you can see in these photos. They are striated as well, but these are voluntary. They're attached to your bones throughout your body, and you choose to make these muscles work. Here's a drawing I want you to look over. Basically, on the right, you can see the bone, and then you see the tendon, which attaches the bone to the muscle. And then inside the muscle, you can see all the different components. And at the very bottom, you can see the muscle fiber. You won't be assessed on this tomorrow. I just want you to be able to look at this drawing and understand where the components are. So, how does a muscle contract? Well, myofibrils contract by different filaments, which are actin and myosin. Actin are the thinner fibers, myosin are the thicker fibers. But how does it work? The muscle contraction happens because filaments slide past one another. The myosin and actin slide past one another, causing those muscle fibers to shorten and thicken. But of course, ATP is needed as your energy source. You must have adequate oxygen in order to produce ATP. This is how you contract your muscles, with a lot of oxygen and a lot of ATP. But what if you don't have a lot? You go into oxygen debt. That's where lactic acid's going to build up in your muscles, and you'll start to feel those fatigues and cramps. All right, so today you learned about the 3 types of muscles: smooth, skeletal, and cardiac. Tomorrow, you'll be given these slides, and I need you to identify which one is which. I also want you to be able to tell me if it's voluntary or involuntary and the location of where those muscle cells are found, in addition to whether it's striated or not striated. So you can review this video, and tomorrow you'll be assessed on those. I also want you to look over this information, as tomorrow we'll be doing a fun hands-on lab where we get to experiment with actual muscle contraction and lactic acid buildup or muscle fatigue. Here are the materials and the procedures, but we'll go over them tomorrow in class before we do the fun lab. So don't forget, tomorrow you'll be assessed on these 3 slides. You got to tell me which ones are they. Are they skeletal muscle, multinucleated, striated, voluntary, and throughout your body? Is it a cardiac muscle, uninucleated, striated, involuntary in your heart? Or is it a smooth muscle, uninucleated, not striated, involuntary, and found in your organs? All right, well, I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a great night. Email me if you have any questions. See you later.